Hey there. I'd like to talk to you about debugging your program's output with XXD. What am I talking about? Well, there's a program called XXD that can sort of inspect at the byte level the output of some text file or binary file. It's really useful for inspecting things. Why would you want to debug the output of your program? Well, I don't know. Maybe when you print a message from your program, the program might be printing some extra characters somewhere or some garbage, and maybe you don't notice because you're sort of looking at your program's output in the terminal. But then maybe if your output is being sent to another program for the purposes of automation, or like you're getting a grade from a class or something like that, then well, it can sort of get you without you realizing what's wrong. So let me just give you an example real fast of what I'm talking about. I have a simple assembly program here. This is not a video about how to write assembly code, so just assume that, if you want to know assembly, see my other videos. But I'm just going to print a simple message. I'm just going to print, "Hello, I feel awesome." And then the length of the message I'm specifying here. You don't need to know too much about this for this particular video. I'm just printing a string in assembly. That's all I'm doing. And then here you can see I'm just kind of like printing it, and then I'm like exiting. So if we go back to the terminal here, I can type make run. This is not a makefile video. See my other videos. I want to type make run just to compile and run the program. And then here's the message that it prints, right? "Hello, I feel awesome." It looks good in the terminal. I can't be 100% sure though, because think about this. What if I corrupted the message on purpose? This can happen in assembly all the time if you get the length wrong, or if you add extra characters at the end of it, or even if you have a corrupted register somewhere that either reads from the wrong spot to get a string, or maybe it writes over the string for some reason. There's a lot of things that can go wrong. So for now, just suppose that I've corrupted my message somehow by, I don't know, let's put a 0 in between the string. So I'm going to say that it's going to be like HEL0LO. And what that should do, well, it should look like just the word hello. But if I'm automating this program or sending it in to get a grade at a school somewhere, then this should, not match what is expected if I'm automating with like another system in some way. But it should look okay in the terminal. Let's see. I'm going to do clear and make run. Notice how the message looks the same. "Hello, I feel awesome." So if I was automating, if I was sending this string to another program for automation, I might be convinced that I'm not doing anything wrong, and I'll think it's the other side that is wrong, or our computers are just buggy or something like that. But actually, I've outputted a corrupted message for some reason. So how can I really be sure that my message is what I think I'm seeing in the terminal? That's the XXD program. Pretty easy. XXD, you can install it with, I think, sudo apt install XXD. Let me see if I have it on this system. Oh, it's already installed. Okay, good. So I'm going to do clear and make run again. So there it is. I would like to just redirect the standard output pipe to a file with a special command in the shell. Let me just show you real fast. I am definitely printing to stdout, the standard pipe, which is just a #1 file descriptor. If you don't understand that, I have other videos, but I'm going to run the program again, but then I'm going to redirect the output to a file, and I'm going to call it stdout.txt. It's probably a good idea to eliminate spaces. I think I've made mistakes in other videos where I didn't put a space before or after this little redirector symbol, and I ended up creating a file just called the #2 or the #1. But pipe #1 is standard output, so I'm going to say anything that comes to pipe 1, which is standard output, I'm just going to redirect it to a text file. So when I hit enter, notice how nothing prints to the screen, but the standard output text file that I specified is now created. If I spill the contents of stdout, it still looks normal. So don't let that trick you. But watch what happens if I use XXD stdout. Basically, XXD is going to read it as a binary file and tell me what is the value of every single character in there. File IO, I forgot to change the title of that. That's not this video. But notice right here where it says HELLO, and then right before that there's like a little dot. If you look at the dot, let's see, what is the dot? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's the sixth thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The dot is this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, there's 15 characters, but there's not that many. I think probably they're packing them by 2 here. Let me see if that makes more sense now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. So the sixth byte, not the sixth word, is basically OA, and that maps to this dot right here. And if you recall, OA is decimal 10, which is the beginning of a new line, you know, like a carriage return line feed, 13, 10. So that's what it is right there. And then, so now we know that there's XXD is figuring out here, or helping us understand that there's a new line between /main and then the message, which, if you recall, that's exactly what happened. And then when we look into our hello string, there's a dot in the middle here. What is that dot? Well, we just have to figure out what number that corresponds to. So the OA was that dot right there. So we just got to go a couple more bytes forward. 1, 2, 3, 4 bytes forward. 1, 2, 3, 4 bytes forward. It's this 0 right here. So XXD, even though the terminal didn't help us originally, XXD has helped us realize that we're actually printing a 0 under the hood, and we can't see it in the terminal. So we have now debugged our output. You know, depending on where you print this, you might see nothing, like in the terminal. It didn't really show anything. But if you're on a web page somewhere or some other type of thing that's going to print the data for you, you might see a weird symbol. I mean, it really depends. This is not something you'll see everywhere, but you might see a weird symbol that kind of looks like a black diamond with a question mark inside of it, or some other weird symbol. If you start seeing weird symbols all over the place, or just in a place where you know there's not supposed to be a weird symbol, that might be an indication to you that you have weird values sitting inside of your string, and then you should probably try to debug with XXD. So that's it. That's the basics for debugging with XXD, just, you know, file output anyway. For your information, if you wanted to debug the standard error pipe, you could also do this, you know, because the error pipe is just a 2. And that's basically it. I'm not going to debug it right now because that's too easy. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned a little bit and had a little bit of fun. I'll see you in the next video. Hey everybody. Thanks for watching this video again. From the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate it. I do hope you did learn something and have some fun. If you could do me a small little favor, could you please subscribe and follow this channel or these videos or whatever it is you do on the current social media website that you're looking at right now. It would really mean the world to me, and it'll help make more videos and grow this community. So we'll be able to do more videos, longer videos, better videos, or just I'll be able to keep making videos in general. So please do me a kindness and subscribe. You know, sometimes I'm sleeping in the middle of the night and I just wake up because I know somebody subscribed or followed. It just wakes me up and I get filled with joy. That's exactly what happens every single time. So you could do it as a nice favor to me, or you could troll me if you want to just wake me up in the middle of the night. Just subscribe, and then I'll just wake up. I promise that's what will happen. Also, if you look at the middle of the screen right now, you should see a QR code which you can scan in order to go to the website, which I think is also named somewhere at the bottom of this video. And it'll take you to my main website where you can just kind of like see all the videos I published and the services and tutorials and things that I offer and all that good stuff. And if you have a suggestion for clarifications or errata or just future videos that you want to see, please leave a comment. Or if you just want to say, hey, what's up? What's going on? You know, just send me a comment. Whatever. I also wake up for those in the middle of the night. I wake up in a cold sweat and I'm like, it would really mean the world to me. I would really appreciate it. So again, thank you so much for watching this video, and enjoy the cool music as I fade into the darkness which is coming for us all.